Who has a better smash, Galán, Tapia or Coello? Did you know that the player with the most effective smash is Chingoto? Fede has almost 70% of effectiveness, something crazy. But how effective is LeBron? Science doesn't fail, and today we are gonna answer these questions with statistics thanks to Padel Intelligence. Subscribe to the channel if you would love to smash like Tapia, Coello or Galán. Hello players, I'm Pablo and I welcome you to a new 4Set. Yes, Fede Chingoto is the most reliable player with the smash of all, or at least he has the highest percentage of effectiveness with 69% in 2024. But of course, at the same time, he is the player who averages less smashes per game with only 4. Next to him, he has one of the favorites to be the best smasher of all, Alex Galan. But some time ago, many people would put as the best smasher Alex Galan's former partner, Juan LeBron. However, due to injuries, Juan's game has had to change. If before he was able to smash and win the point from anywhere, the situation has changed. LeBron is in the top 10, the player with the lowest effectiveness of all with 48%. However, he's the 5th player with the most smashes per match, averaging 18 smashes per match. We will see if the Lobo returns to the numbers of the past from the left side of the court with Dineno. While at the same time, Martin has a very high effectiveness with his smash with 69%, although he smashes 10 times per match. Even so, he smashes more and better than Yanguas, for example, who is 1.9 meter. But what can we take into account to decide who is the best smasher? Because if we think about effectiveness, Chingoto is the best with 69%, and then there are Paquito and Momotai with 62. We can also think that the best smasher is the one who smashes the most time per match. Here, Alex Arroyo leads with 24 smashes per match. But if we think about players who can soon be in the top position of the ranking and who can smash well, Leo Augsburger can be the number 1. 1.90 meters, long arms, and one of the best techniques of all players. Leo knows that his smash is his best weapon and tries to use it whenever he can. Actually, he smashes an average of 22 times per match. Obviously, he smashes so many times because he relies on his smash, although he has a 53% efficiency rate. He is one of the players with the best smash of all, but with the worst effectiveness. But actually, that's great news for him, because he has the basis to shine on the court with his smash. And now he just needs to know how to choose better when to do it and when not to do it. Let's remember that Leo is about to turn 20 years old and that he has only been competing against the best players in the world for 1 season and a half. Well, we keep moving forward and we have to talk about Franco Stupazuk. And pay attention to his stats because he's the 4th player in this ranking who has smashed the most in 2024. And the fact is that Stupa smashes more per match than Tapia and Coello, something that may surprise you. Because those who think that Stupa always does Víbora or Rulo are not right. He averages 10.7 winning smashes per match, more than Tapia and Coello, but with a lower effectiveness of 56%. Actually, Stupa has 2 very characteristic smash styles. On one hand, and where I think he's the best, is in the jumping smash, because he managed to make the ball rise a lot without too much power. And then his top spin smash is really good, although it depends on the court where he plays. Another player who hits the ball jumping is Javi Garrido, but it is true that his style is different from Stupa's since Javi used more power than Franco. Javi is one of the players who hits the ball with more power, although in the ranking there is another player who hits even harder. Garrido has a 60% effectiveness in his smash, and being the 2nd player in the top 10 with the most smashes per game, Garrido is a machine for winning points. But if there is a player able to hit the ball harder than Garrido, that is Alex Arroyo. Arroyo in 2023 was the player who scored the most points with his smash. So well, watch out for 2024 because Arroyo is the player who averages more smashes per match with 24. And not only that, but he has 59% of effectiveness, more than Coello or Stupa. It is true that he depends more on his smash than other players. Well, 5 or 7 years ago, many of us would say that Paquito was one of the best smashers. But is he still one of the best smashers today? Well, he has an effectiveness of 62% that is one of the highest. Although he's also one of the players who smashes the least per match, just 13 times. Paquito has been realizing that over the years he has been losing physical capacity for the smash, and what he has been able to do well is to choose better the moment when to smash. Another of the young players called to reach the top of the ranking is Javi Leal. The player from El Puerto Santa Maria is the shortest player in this ranking at 1.75 meters. Due to his height, he has had to perfect his smash technique to the maximum, and nowadays he's one of the players who does it the best. 58% of effectiveness and 16 smashes per match on average are his main numbers. It is obvious that Javi Leal is a very dangerous player on fast courts, although he still needs to know how to choose the moment and not depend so much on his smash. 10 centimeters taller than Leal is El Gato Tello, another of the best smashers of the tour. He is one of the most resourceful players with the smash of all players, because he can hit jumping with top spin or flat. And in fact, along with Arroyo, I will say that he's one of the players who smashes the hardest. If Tello also depends a lot of his smash, his numbers are very good, because he has the same effectiveness as Tapia, 61%, which means that for every match he smashes 18 times and scores 11 points. But be careful, because we still have the 3 big names: Arturo Coello, Agustín Tapia and Alejandro Galan. So who is the best smasher of all? Well, let's start with the tallest player of the top 10, Arturo Coello, because it is clear that his height is an important help to be able to smash. But then you have to know how to do it well, and Arturo is by far the lefty player who smashes the best. That influences a lot to his opponents, and even more when Tapia is next to him. But if we look at Coello's numbers, are simply amazing, because for the number of matches he has played in 2024, he is the third player with more smashes this year, and he has a 56% effectiveness rate. That means that every match on average he wins 10 points with his smash. But in this part of the equation, we have to complement Arturo's numbers with Agustin's. He is 1.79 meters tall, but that is not a problem for Mozart, and he is without a doubt one of the players with the best technique of all. And at the same time, he can smash jumping with top spin, flat, everything. Actually, one of the keys to his success is the transfer of weight with his legs and the speed of his wrist movement. In this way, Agustín managed to give more revolutions to the ball and can take more spin with less power than Arturo, for example. It's easy to say, but almost impossible to be able to do it unless your name is Tapia. He is the second player with the most smashes this season, and he has one of the best radios of all, because 61% of the smashes that Agustín does are winners. However, by numbers, there is a better smashes than Agustín. Alejandro Galan is not only the player who has the most smashes in 2024, he also has a 62% effectiveness rate. In the case of Agustín and Arturo, the winners are more evenly distributed. But since Ale joined Chingoto, he has adopted a more offensive version and is in charge of winning all the points of the Chingalan pair. That makes Ale to smash many more times than Tapia or Coello individually. But the amazing thing is that he still gets better effectiveness rate. That means that Ale Galan smashes a lot and he smashes really well. And from my point of view, he has a smash that mixes Arturo's power with Tapia's spin. In fact, he is one of the few players who can make his smash work on any court, slow or fast. Well, who is your favorite smasher? Who has surprised you the most? Thank you very much for watching the video. Leave your opinion in the comments and see you in the next one. Ciao!